to me, and it ended up raining while the sun was out. And that
Precious.
that's the notebook.
Because I'm not dropping it low and spreading it wide for coffee.
Right.
The march of our grandparents. But are we gonna put more with that march in that prayer? What action are we gonna put in place?
I like Chili's though, but listen, Bob.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to POV and happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody is staying warm and feeling love. If not physically, you feel it from afar. We are a panel of ladies who discuss things such as hot topics and trending topics. And of course, it's a political channel, so we get into that. And honestly, just whatever we feel like it. And so I'm Devin, and we are also joined by Miss Lucretia. And hopefully real soon, Rue will be popping in on us. I think she's just running a little late. But before we get started, we'd like to ask you guys to go ahead and hit that like button for us, hit that subscribe button for us, and go ahead and also hit that notification bell so you're alerted whenever we kind of pop in. Lucretia, how's everything going for you so far?
I'm good. I'm hoping Rue isn't a part of those rolling blackouts. They've been talking about that for several hours here for Dallas and DFW. Irving sent out a little warning on their Join Irving political page, and they were talking about conserve energy and turn off lights you're not using. Watch the same TV. So hopefully that's not what's happening to her because I haven't heard anything from her.
Do you know what area was affected by it so far?
Irving, there she goes. Hey, DFW. They didn't say exactly what spot. They just mentioned a few rolling blackouts. So,
oh my goodness. Well, we're glad you weren't part of those rolling blackouts, Rue. How's it going for you this evening, though? You look super cute.
Thanks. I feel like real regular right now.
You staying warm? Best you can.
Trying to. It was a nice love day, I guess.
Aw.
Yeah.
I think so.
Good.
All right, y'all. Since we got quite a few things we're gonna jump into. I know everybody's been going crazy talking about this Tessica Brown and her Gorilla Glue fiasco. But as we know, I think it was on Wednesday, a doctor, his name was Michael Obing, actually volunteered and did a 4-hour procedure on her and was able to free her from that helmet of hair that she had for the longest. And apparently she cut her ponytail off, but if she didn't, he may have been able to save some of that as well. It's been a mess, and everybody has different opinions about it, and they're kind of all over the place. But let's kind of see where you are with Tessica Brown and her story and her happy ending, I guess, so to speak, at the end. Good evening, Kendrick. Krisha.
I feel like, you know what, everybody is making fun of this girl, but all of us have done stupid stuff. And I know when I was younger, it was a big deal. You didn't go outside with your hair napping, even if you was playing, you still brushed it up. So I can see where she has roots in, I got to look good all the time. One of the interviews, you heard her say, oh, I got to get my hair done. Valentine's is coming up. But that is ingrained in a lot of Black women. We are made to feel like we're less than if we're not perfect. So, I mean, the Gorilla Glue that she used, yeah, that was very extreme, but I've seen some people do some stupid stuff. Now, I'm glad that she's free. I'm glad the doctor helped her get out. I just wish she had better PR people around her because now Gorilla Glue is making money off of her. All these memes are going out. People are going out buying Gorilla Glue. Get that girl her money. I would have spent it some kind of way that you'd have been paying me. I mean, if I'm not suing you, I'm going to get something out of this. But that's just me.
Why would you get... No. Why would you get money out of doing something foolish?
You
No,
told
not
me.
because she's doing something foolish, but because she's caused their stocks to go up. She's shined a light on Gorilla Glue that wasn't there. It was being used, but it wasn't in the mainstream like it is now. People are going out buying this stuff just to try it. So that's increasing their profits. And then Gorilla Glue themselves are saying, yeah, we've seen some increases since this has happened. And nobody is giving her. It's the same thing with the patty and the what was the sweet potato pies. That boy sang and drew attention to that. Yeah, you was making a little bit of money, but he increased your sales. Whether it was short term or long term, he still increased your sales. That's just me. There's no way. I mean, I'd have spent it some kind of way.
You
I do
disagree,
think
Rue?
Being a spokesman, like a spokesman for Gorilla Glue, that's how she could have capitalized on it. But I mean, it's cause and effect. You don't have any control over that. You do something foolish and you put it on social media where the whole world can see, and then you're gonna try to capitalize off. I don't know. It, I guess.
I see. I mean, everybody doing it. People do stupid stuff all the time and capitalize from it. Why can't she?
No, I'm not saying
Hey,
she can
Shantae.
capitalize off it, but that's not gonna be my first frame of mind. Is let me go ahead. I did something messed up. Let me go ahead and worry about my trade and like my mental health about this because
Mm-hmm.
one, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
never.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's not her first thought. I know she was worried about getting it out of her hair, but now that it's done, I just think because people are gonna be talking about this for a little bit longer. I think there should have been something, some kind of PR, some kind of deal, whether big or small, something. I mean, we have people making
I think
T-shirts.
she pretty much has profited off of it.
Well, that dang gonna
She
GoFundMe.
got the lump sum
I'm
of
gonna
money
make me a
from her husband.
GoFundMe.
She got the free surgery that was actually a $12,000 surgery to undo her dumbness, and she also has significantly increased her followers on like multiple social media platforms, which we all know once you get that following up to a certain number, you also get monetized for that as well. And I don't think it would have been fair for her to benefit from Gorilla Glue because now that she's done that foolish thing, now she wants to sue them when they are selling that item in like the hardware department of the store and they never marketed it to be safe for
Have
your
you seen
skin
her interview?
or
Well,
She didn't.
like that.
She, huh?
She said she wasn't gonna sue. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
she's not trying to sue.
she's not trying to sue them.
Well, I don't think it's just her now. I think the shady, I call them ambulance chasers, even though that's not her issue. There's like shady attorneys who, of course,
Yeah.
want the publicity and things like that, who are now after her. And when you have
Mhm.
enough smart people in your face, and I don't know this girl's level of education or intelligence, things like that. But what I'm saying is, if you get enough attorneys coming at you saying you got a case, let me represent you, let me stand with you on camera, then I don't know why. I believe eventually she'll bite. If they're telling her, oh, you could, when all he really wants is the publicity for being the lawyer that's also getting, you know what I'm saying, getting the attention by now presenting with her. And once that happens and that train starts rolling, she can hang up anything for Gorilla Glue because I honestly believe that at some point they would have made her like a spokesperson for, like a marketing type thing as far as this is how strong
Well,
I
what
was.
I've been
But now
seeing,
they probably fear her
brand
coming after.
ambassador.
yeah, they're not. No one reached out to her for that. They didn't even reach out sympathetically, empathetically, nothing. It was just like, oh, okay, she did it. And then after the interview, they spoke up and they were like, oh, well, we're glad she got it out. I'm not saying go do stupid stuff and then get paid for it, but I'm saying she did it. Now she's brought more awareness to this product that was not there. So yeah, if you're gonna profit from her dumbness, go ahead and give her a little bit.
And
It
not
ain't
just
gonna
her
last
dumbness,
forever
all the other
because it's
people
gonna
that are
be another dummy
following
that come out
behind her
next month.
that are putting it on their lip with a cup. Some girl actually put it on her hoo-ha. I don't know what
Now
she
I
put
think
to
them
her
dummies, yeah,
vagina. I
they
don't
don't
know.
need
I don't
nothing.
want to know. But now just other people are doing stupid stuff because now it's trendy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To
I don't think they
her.
should get anything.
What
I think they need to be laughed at.
these kids' parents? What kind of children are y'all raising, man? Like,
Wait, but I think the boy with the cup and the girl with the hoo-ha, they was grown. They weren't kids. They were grown.
Again, where are their parents? Like, y'all is stupid as hell. I don't. This is freaking crack.
Now,
Baby.
Tessica, she got two or three kids. She runs the business. So her appearance, I don't remember exactly what she does, but her appearance.
Long eyelashes. Girl, I was like, can you take them off? Just take them off.
Looking like snuff.
When I first saw the picture, I'm not gonna lie. When I jumped back because like she had on contacts and then them lashes, so I didn't know.
Too long for her face.
I didn't realize it was about Gorilla Glue. I was like, oh, what the hell I'm sorry, what is that on her eyes? And then I had to read the article.
Can y'all believe that woman's 40 though? 40.
Yeah, I believe it.
She's old enough to know better at 40. Like if
she didn't have our mamas. That I don't know, but at a certain age though, you got to start thinking for yourself. So it's still hard for me to believe that she did that. The gorillas don't even look the same on the Gorilla Snot and the Gorilla Glue. And then I have an issue, like I don't buy Gorilla Glue because for one, my hair don't look like a gorilla's hair. You're not finna get me as a black woman to use a product that has a freaking gorilla on the front.
Black people, if it says anything about gorilla, it's not for you. Anything about gorilla is not for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Because I've actually, my hair was a little bit shorter than this, and I rocked like a pixie style where I spiked it up. I did use Gorilla Snot. So
that doesn't even sound right. Gorilla Snot. Who the hell was not?
No.
But it was Gorilla. So I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, well, maybe she thought, like in conversation, that people putting Gorilla Snot and Gorilla Glue in their hair, she thought it was the hardware product, and maybe that's why. But I'm like, let's keep it in the hair section. You can go to Walmart and go to the hair section, and it says Gorilla Glue, Gorilla Snot, and like as a gel, and it says gel for hair.
And I was thinking because the other one has got to be glue.
She ran out of the got to be glue spray. And
I know, but there's a Gorilla Snot and a Gorilla Glue in hair, like a hair gel.
Maybe she thought they combined or something. I don't know.
But see, from what somebody else told me was that she had the Gorilla Glue, the spray adhesive in her house already, using it for other things. So I was like, okay, well maybe she thought that the glue wasn't as strong as it was, and like you have Elmer's glue that'll wash out, but I don't see she uses Gorilla Snot in her boy's hair. Yeah, see, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So
I know it's a real thing. I went and I looked for it. And I do have the Gorilla Glue products because I have a couple bamboo pieces of furniture, and to her benefit, it does not say anything about not putting it in your hair.
No, it says like skin, clothing, and food,
eyes, mouth, but it doesn't say anything about your hair. That's still a big jump for me though. But I think I have common sense, so that's still a big jump for me. I'm not putting it in my head. But and then my daughter has some that Gorilla Snot. That stuff, I don't like the consistency of that.
It's gooey. I think that's exactly why it's called snot, because it's pretty gooey. But what do y'all think about this black man though who volunteered all these hours to?
I'm excited.
Do this.
Yeah, but okay, so that paid off because now he's getting a contract with Gorilla Glue for a adhesive remover. So he's smart.
He already was worth like $8 million. And another story I saw, like some people were praising him, and then this woman came on there completely bashing him, talking about his wife and how he cheated on his wife and he wasn't no good and he wasn't that. I'm like, what does that have to do with him getting the glue out of her? I don't care.
With the cost of tea in China. That's his.
I'm like, I don't really care. That's between him and his wife.
Why is she somebody that bitter in their life? Like, come on, man. That's
what crazy. I was worried about is if this Tessica Brown had daughters, and if she's passing on this, I have to be perfect 100% of the time to her daughters. That was my second thought.
Is that what those contacts and lashes meant? You thought those contacts and lashes and stuff meant that she?
Girl, like if you go and you read some of the articles and you listen to the 2 interviews that she's done, she's like image everything. No brain, no, if I don't look this way, then I'm not worth it. Like her total worth is wrapped up in her identity. And I kid you not, you don't know how many times I done got up and went to the grocery store with the little silky hat on. Zoom calls have been done with scarves. I make the scarf match what I got on, but I'm not.
Well, then
and I model.
what is she thinking that this makes her look like? A dummy. Like, real foolish. So why,
As long as she's a pretty dummy, she fine.
everybody else's perception of you, why would you go on social media and blast yourself like that? Like, I did something dumb, y'all. Hey, don't do this. And everybody else is like, why would you do that
At the end of it, on one of her interviews, she was saying by the point that she went on to social media for help, she was desperate. It had been up about a month, and she was having severe headaches, and her scalp was burning. She couldn't get any moisture or anything to it. Her headaches, because the hair was still, tight, and so new growth is trying to grow. But if that hair right here, you can't get any, relief from the follicle, it's pulling. I don't know. With your hair being short, you maybe never want to weave. I don't know. But you know how you get your weave when you first get it sewn in, how it's tight? Imagine dealing with that for a whole month. So at this point, she was desperate. And that's why she had her sister cut her ponytail off. I'm sorry. I'd have shaved all that mess off. Like, it'll grow back, or I'll buy me a wig. But I'm not going to deal with a headache for a month. That got to go.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
Exactly, T-Corp.
Right. Okay, y'all, let's start to switch to another avenue. It's that time of the year where we're filing our taxes. Some of us, I'm that April 15th girl myself, but for a lot of us, well, the IRS is taking tax filings as early as the 12th, which is a little later, but there's no extension this year. But for a lot of us, this also means tax refunds.
Hey, Lamar.
Hey, Lamar. And for most people, you get a lump sum once a year. Do you guys think it would be more beneficial to split that up throughout the year? Like you file and then they split that up throughout the year, opposed to giving it in one huge lump sum? Or are we kind of liking the way it's going? What do you guys think?
I don't know, because we have to pay. We pay taxes. So. Yeah, you
so splitting it up.
Pay $200 on 1 month and then $200 in the middle of the year. Yeah, that's great. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm for giving it during the year. I mean, that's just me. I need my money all year. My kids are here all year. My bills are all year. Let me have my money. I work for it. Stop taxing me so hard.
But do you think for some of the people who have some difficulties with managing that money?
I'm so sick of the dang cop out, man. Like, I understand that some people don't learn how to save, but there are resources available to everybody where you can learn. You can acquire that skill, just like you acquire, any other skill. You can acquire that skill to learn how to save money. And I'm tired of everybody asking for bailouts. Rich people do it and poor people do it. Y'all, stop it. Stop it. Figure it out and get it done. Stop using
if the average family gets
and now we're going to communism and all that. None of that. It freaking doesn't matter. Like, you want to do better, you want to be better, do better. Period. I'm not paying for you to save money. Like, to figure out how to save money. You should already be learning how to do that. The hell?
How much more is $500 a month going to really impact those people who are spending recklessly? It could. I don't know. It might be a couple more wigs. It might be a couple more Jordans or whatever. But most people get what, $5,000-$6,000 back? That's like $500 extra a month.
I know a couple people who got like 10.
They get what?
Like almost 10 grand back. 10,000.
I ain't never in my life got $10,000 back.
No, never. I'll be so mad. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm in the wrong business. I'm not understanding.
And then they be like, I work at Burger King or I work at In-N-Out, $14 an hour. And I'm like, man, this country is warped.
But these are the same people, though, who get this money in a lump sum. But then 3 months later, they may have to go to a family member, such as myself, because they need help with something. So I just feel like them getting a lump sum is just maybe not the smartest thing, because they don't know how to handle it. They go get a car that gets repoed in 3 months. And, these are the people I know. Or they go buy something.
No, we've heard of all them folks. Let me get $10,000 back in taxes. I'm going to do more investing than I already do, because I don't want to be working at 70 and 80 years old. But wait a minute. They get $10,000. Wait, you said they get $10,000 back. And 3 months later, they calling you for money
because they don't have any more money, but they're on Facebook, like showing out, child, showing off tattoos, showing off
14K.
Tamisha, who doing their taxes?
showing off bags I would never pay for, showing off all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? But then next thing you know, when you have no more money, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your kids still need clothes, shoes, food.
You know what? My feelings hurt. Because I do taxes on the side sometimes. My feelings hurt. I ain't never got back $10,000. I'm gonna stop. No, I ain't gonna say that because I don't want nobody to come and looking for me. But that just.
I'm mad. I'm so mad right now. I'm angry. I'm hot.
It's so for real.
I said 5 or 6 because that's been the average. Whew. Do you know what $10,000?
And I have a few kids. I've got a few kids, but the largest amount I got when I did get a refund was like $4,000 for 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to get like $4,000, but for heifers, for people now who who don't even work all year. A lot of them I know deliberately go off and work for about 3 months, just enough to make enough to have to file so that they can get this huge lump sum back because they have all these children.
I'm gonna say this. The one time I do remember, I think I had just had. I'm trying to think how many kids I had. I was still working. I think maybe making $10 an hour. I ended up getting $5,000 back, and IRS took it and gave it to my school loans.
Wow.
Yeah. So I never saw that money. That money was gone.
See, I'm still frowning because I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm sorry. I ain't never, and I've worked since I was 17. I ain't never got $10,000 back.
Yeah, I'll be paying the IRS. I put the IRS right in the lump, right there with the student loan people. I'm just gonna be paying them over time. I just give them a little, you know what I'm saying? I get them $100 a month, and then
I'm confused. They getting this $14,000. They getting the stimulus and the $14K. I need.
I'm so for real, and they have the J's to prove it. I'm so serious. I don't know how, and I'm kind of like Shantae, where she says if you're still getting that much money back, you're filing your taxes wrong. I'm kind of with her, but also I don't know how that works, because I don't know. I've reached a level in my life where they said I can this earned income credit for children. For one, I only carry one now, but I don't even get it back. I don't even see it. I don't even know why they even throw it up on the TurboTax screen because I don't see it.
Can we find something else to talk about? Because this really got me in my feelings. I'm sorry. Because look, I have 3 children. I am the only person working in my house. Their father is dead. Yeah, Zariah's dad, he whatever. I don't get food stamps. I don't get Medicaid. I don't get what's the one where they help you pay? I don't get any kind of help from anybody. If I don't work, we have 0. So how in the world are they getting this money back? I have more than one stream of income. I have my full time. Then I have my part time that y'all know about because sometimes I can't make the calls because of my part time. I model. I cook on the side. I mean, I'm not.
We're gonna have to get one of them. I'm gonna need somebody who knows somebody to tell us how you getting back $10,000 or more, up to 14.
Yeah, because I do taxes for other people, and I ain't never got them $10,000 back. I'm not getting you anything more than what you're supposed to get.
So yeah, I don't. Maybe that's what it is. Tamisha, maybe that's why I'm not getting anything back. And if they're doing fraud, they better know. Although federal prison, I heard, is more cushy. It's like going to the resort for a couple years.
Look, don't come to me and you lying, because I'm turning you in. I ain't going to jail for nobody. Right. I only want to wear handcuffs when I want to wear handcuffs. I'm not putting them on for no. Because when they come and knock it, I'm going to hand them everything you done gave me. All 3 copies, notarized, here you go, and they live over there.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is aggravating, y'all. Let's go over to a little bit more positive topic. For me, anyway. Y'all know Black History Month is an annual celebration of achievements of African Americans and time for recognizing their central role in U.S. history. And I know it's always been, very important in my life since a child. And I always kind of look forward to Black History Month, although I felt like I learned the same thing about the same people every single year. But do we think Black History Month still has value and it's valuable to our children and they understand the importance of it, the underlying importance of Black History Month and why we emphasize this in the shortest month of the year? That's my own issue. Rue, where you at with that?
Uh, like I was saying before, Black History Month is 365 for me. My kids always complaining that everything is a history lesson, and I make sure they know their history because I strongly believe if you keep telling your kids that all we came from was slaves, you're going to continue to stay a slave. And I'll be damned if any of my kids be a slave to a system that is meant to work against them. And it's not even just saying like, oh, we're trying to victimize ourselves and stay in a current state of oppression. It has nothing to do with that. It's learning how to get into your exploit your loopholes and make it, kick down the doors that want to stay shut. It's I have to preach this to my kids all the time. Don't victimize yourself. Don't say, oh well, the system this and the system that. Yeah, well, there's been plenty of our ancestors that's busted through them doors. We're not slaves. I'm sorry. Maybe some of y'all ancestors are slaves, but I'm gonna teach to my kids mine weren't. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
I'm with Tamisha. I think, well, same thing, Luminegro. I think that our school system has watered it down, so it now falls on us as parents and as a culture to teach our children true Black history. Because my kids come home and they still talk about the same people that I was talking about 25 years ago. I'm like, come on, y'all, it's 2021. There has to be more out there. And so I make them do their own research, but not just February, all the time. My kids are like yours. Okay, sometimes they don't want to come ask me a question because they know they're gonna have to go do some research. I refuse to allow I refuse to let this education system be the ceiling for my children. I mean, we as parents and as people, we have to put value on what we think is important because if we continue to let outside races deem X, Y, and Z is important, our children are gonna grow up and only think X, Y, and Z is what they need to be striving for. Like when people see my son is 15 years old. He's 5'10", almost 5'11". He's a big boy. He's two something. First thing they want to say is, "Oh, he looks like he can play football." No, he looks like a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he looks like he'll be a great basketball player. No, he looks like an attorney. And I make sure that my children understand that sports and being on TV is not your only avenue. I mean, we got to learn our history so we don't repeat it. And then I need you to learn your history so you can see, yeah, there are Black doctors. Yes, there are Black attorneys. Yeah, there's Black inventors. Yes, there's Black engineers. So I'm not relying on the school to teach my kids. We have,
and it
huh?
wasn't just labor. Like we weren't in just service related
Yeah.
industries. We weren't, just stuck on serving the people. It was we had politicians. We had
Mm-hmm.
people that actually ran to be president before. Like
I mean,
young
it's so sad now that I don't think they want to put that. They don't even have it in most of the school books. Like when my daughter did her project, her teacher had the nerve to email and say, I need her to bring me 3 more references because I've never heard of this person. And me, being mama and being Christian that y'all have met, I politely returned her email and said, you have the woman's name, you have her birthday, you go look up. Because it is not my fault to educate you. You go look up.
But I do definitely agree with that. Like, meaning you have to do a lot of that at home with your own children, though. But I think it also should be emphasized in the schools more because I feel like Black history isn't as emphasized and isn't taught as much until you get into like a college or a university and you take like a Black studies course. I think it's very important for non-Black people to also learn about Black history because now I believe other cultures think of Black people back then as what Rue was just saying, service workers, maybe not as intelligent, maybe not, you know what I'm saying? They don't know of these people who did as much as they did in the Black culture back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of the non-Black people, they're only taught about, y'all know the names, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. And to me, these are all people who, of course, most of them are intelligent, but there's also a lot of struggle behind them. You know what I'm saying? They need to learn about a lot of the people who were inventors and the people who were doctors but didn't get the credit for it at that time because they were Black. And they do need to learn about all the business owners and you know, and all that, because I think it's important for them to also know that Black people were just as intelligent at that time. They just
So
did
we
not
were more
receive their credit.
intelligent.
They just,
We
I'm
were
just
more
saying,
intelligent.
but they didn't receive that credit at that time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was not Black received credit for their intelligence, their hard work, you know what I'm saying? The energy and the work that they put into it. And I just think that non-Black people need to know that before getting into college and taking like a Black studies or Black history or American Black history course, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't
So
know who in the school system needs to come in. I don't know who in the school system needs to come in and revamp like the Black History Month teachings and all of that, because almost every kid, even elementary kids, can tell you about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, you know what I'm saying? People like that, but they don't know a lot about other people. A lot of them even know who Harriet Tubman is, which I was surprised, which is
That
good
has a
for
lot
them
to do
to
with
know.
parents and PTA. Because if you don't go up there and you make your voice heard, then they're not changing it. A lot of the stuff that my daughter and my son are learning is not because it was in them books, but because they have power to the people. I'm at the PTA, I'm at PTO. That's we're tired of learning about them. Give them somebody different. And like I told her teacher, it's 2021. I should not have to be up here saying do this, do that. You're being paid to teach. I thank you, Tamisha. I don't a lot
man,
of it is laziness, a lot of it is fear. So I'm gonna stay involved in their ear, in their face. Come do this. Let's learn this. No, let's try this. I take stuff to the schools outside of February, saying, "Are y'all learning this? How is this? How is this going? How's that going?" I think we as a people got to get more involved, more lip service, more. I mean, less lip service, more action.
I
yeah.
agree.
It
So
does.
the solution is reforming the education system. It should be, Lord, it needs to be revamped. Just like, in elementary schools right now, I think they did try to incorporate you have the American history and then you have world history. Actually, no, you don't get to that until middle school. Let me scratch that. World history is not taught until middle school. And that's when you learn about your different cultures and stuff. But if you're going to teach in elementary school American history, then you need to start out by telling them that, there were Black people on that ship when Columbus got here. And actually, Columbus followed a route that the Africans laid out for them and stopped telling them, oh, he just so happened to find it. No, that's not what happened. So we need to start with that. You're going to talk about American history, go through American history, and then emphasize the fact that we held positions of office. Don't sit there and say, oh, it started at slavery, they started selling us, and then that was it. No, you got to do, you know what? I'll do this. I'm going to recommend, if you are a person of color, you need to go and watch, if you don't like reading, you go watch Hidden Colors 1 through 5. You can start there, and then they'll give you references to what books to read after that, like W.B. Du Bois, and you can read. Matter of fact, Netflix has "I Am Not Your I Am Not Your Negro." That's a good one. Watch that one. Watch the Nina Simone documentary. If y'all really want to get into your history, you can see what was going on during that time, and it was fighting the system. Like during the time of fighting the system, after we had already established the system. So, and then
They definitely do need to, like you said, do that and reiterate, more thoroughly.
Well, Irving sent
But
out
I
a
also think they should start telling the truth about American history and white history, that it wasn't all glitz and glamour and they weren't as great as they are portrayed. They need to start telling the truth about that and stop putting people on a pedestal who don't belong there. I think it just needs to be revamped. I think someone new needs to come in, and they just need to start over from scratch. And the thing, because now you got these kids who are researching and finding out things themselves. Because I never made a big deal out of Columbus Day until my kids basically one day I asked them something about it and they said, we don't celebrate that. That ain't real. He didn't do that. And I was like, huh? So they all are pushing back against the teachers and the work because they were like, it's fake. It's a lie. This is not what happened. What really happened was, and these are kids who looked it up and found out themselves what the truth is.
that's what
Like,
happened to
why are we
Travis.
celebrating this? They're
So
like, why are we
my
celebrating
daughter,
this?
my 16-year-old, well, she's now 16-year-old, but at the time when she got into middle school, they had the Black History Month, and she bringing home the work and this and that. Man, I went and found prior almanacs. I went and found atlases. I went and found just everything that I could to refute what the teacher was teaching at that time. And I was like, and tell her what I said. And she got some questions, she could come see me. Because that don't make no sense. You're not finna tell my kid anything, and this is a lie. This is not, oh, I'm good for it. And I stay at that school. Tell me something.
They lie to him all the time. And I love that the kids are smart enough to research and start being like, nah, that's not what happened. Because what I saw happen.
I go and stay involved, but I don't. I noticed that my presence is a little intimidating, a little scary. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a big one, so I have to reel me in so they hear me and not the fear or the anger. So that they understand that I'm trying to make a change. I'm not trying to. I want them working with me, not against me. And here in Irving, they started sending out little permission slips if you want your children to take a Black history class, and which is funny because they're giving it to, the option is to the gifted and talented. Every child does not have that option of taking that class, because when my baby brought it in, I was like, oh yeah, what is it? She's like, well, it's only going to be like a 2-week thing that they're doing in their gifted and talented. You know, they still get pulled out for gifted and talented. And this is something I was like, yeah, we got to call the teacher and call the principal on this, because this one ain't going to fly with me. But
that's ridiculous. I think we all agree they need to revamp the whole educational system when it comes to American history, Black history.
But, you know, with the internet, hey, T-Court, with the internet and all this stuff available, it's a lot of people who are doing their own research.
Get a book. Y'all need to stop referring to Google.
No, sometimes people don't have access to books, because a lot of these libraries, like this, we used to have a library right around the corner from me. That library is gone. I want to say there may be 1 or 2 libraries left in Irving. And it's so weird. The library is open the same time the kids are in school. The library closes at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. A lot of kids can't get to the library before 5 o'clock. They're not home by then.
You got Amazon, you got Kindle, you got any kind of audio books. If you can utilize the internet, you utilize the internet to buy a book.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep using Google also. We can fact check.
All right, y'all. Very, very quickly, can we discuss?
Nope.
That president.
Nope.
I told you.
Nope.
Was it y'all that I told?
You didn't tell me. Somebody owes me money.
I said he was gonna get acquitted.
I said he would not be impeached. I knew he wouldn't be impeached. They got their nose too far up his ass to want to impeach him. So I knew he wouldn't be impeached. But just anyone surprised?
I didn't watch any of it. I didn't give it any energy. I didn't care, because I already knew what was gonna happen. Them folks at my job was all up and just emotional, and y'all already know how I am. Okay, close my door. I didn't even go in the office. I was at home, and they were all on Zoom. Oh my God, look, girl, what? Is this an insurance question? Is this related to your pay? Does this have anything to do with the forms I asked you to send me back? Do you have your W-4? Nope, I don't know when you're no. Anything that said with Trump, get off my thing. I ain't got time to do with you. Nothing.
I need him and his followers to find an island somewhere and go live on it.
Girl.
See him again in 4 years. I just don't.
And that was the only reason that I wanted him impeached, so he couldn't run again. But the Simpsons said he was gonna die, so we gonna see.
Really?
They did. You saw that episode, girl. They had him laying in their casket.
Ooh. I mean, I ain't wanting to wish death on nobody, but
I don't want to wish death on nobody either. But the Simpsons said he was gonna die.
And that fool.
Why is McConnell up there?
Don't Mitch McConnell look like a cartoon character? He looked like he came straight off The Simpsons. He
do. He do. If not Simpsons, Rick and Morty.
He said from the beginning that this shouldn't happen. But and it didn't happen. I knew he wouldn't be impeached. I knew he wouldn't. And I'm gonna need my $2 in my Cash App ASAP, because I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
You know what killed me is that Pelosi got up on there and was like, wait a minute. He told us we couldn't bring it to him at the time, and then the dates got pushed back, and then finally he accepted it, and then now he gonna sit there and say that it's after the time. But that's BS. Like, what? I was like, okay.
I'm mad. You snacking on something, and she got a pineapple in her drink, and I got bang on water. Like, where that happened at?
Look, I was
Hey,
supposed
Adriana,
Thanks so
we
much,
need that
Tessica.
$5 because I gotta buy me something to drink. These helpers, y'all ain't right.
Drink a drink.
to
Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate it. Appreciate that. That's
But
wonderful.
y'all like my bottle. My sister bought it for me.
Yes, that is super cute.
Oh.
I do like that. Anybody else got anything to say about ex-president Dum Dum?
Look, I said it. I had already said it was gonna happen, and
hey, but he's been banned from Twitter indefinitely though.
He'll probably pay somebody to come up with another platform that he can be on.
His name gonna be John.
He gonna create his own.
Gonna be John Smith, and he gonna dye his hair and put some glasses on, and he gonna be.
Lord help.
He gonna find a way, y'all. He gonna find a way. He's been quiet, but I can't believe he didn't reach out. And yeah, it's.
He finally listening to somebody. Whoever done told him to shut up, he finally listening because he was. Yeah.
So what? You think he gonna try to run again in the next, like when it's time for real?
I hope not, because I'm hoping that his wife will leave him during that time. She'll get some good sense, and I'm hoping. I just don't know if he can mentally handle it. You know, the people who don't follow him. I think his ego is so much bigger than his hairpiece, and I just think that this struggle for him will be a lot, and he may not want to get into that and risk losing. I don't think he wants to take a chance on losing again. I just don't know if he can. His little poor.
If he don't run, he gonna try to get his son to run.
He can't handle it. He can't.
He gonna have somebody to run. He gonna back somebody.
Oh yeah, probably one of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
A family member.
But I'm telling you, the Simpsons called the Super Bowl. They called. Okay.
I think he probably gonna end up trying to run again. He gonna try to do.
He gonna try to run for something, unless he gets tried for those state charges. I think New York is trying to put something on him, so we'll see.
He will, but I also think he's gonna do some backtracking. He gonna start like moonwalking, and he gonna try to start saying like the right things to try to pull in the people that he lost, because he knows like right now the America ain't having his rhetoric. So I think he's gonna try to pull back and try to say some things, and he gonna start that whole "my best friend black." I just had a black dude eat lunch with me the other day. Like he gonna start saying little stupid stuff to make it seem like now he's pro everybody, and
well, it's with the thing with business people though, they not all money green. They ain't looking at color when it comes to that. But so with him, like some of the stuff, because he is a capitalist, some of the stuff works to our benefit because again, we own. Technically, we're small business owners. Mm-hmm. So some of the stuff he was doing, regardless of our color, it didn't matter. Like it benefited us. And I don't think he's sitting around worried about, if a black person is making money off the laws that he was passing at the time. I don't think he really cared. It's just his tact, like his empathy wasn't there. But of course, what can you expect for somebody that's not a politician? Those are smoke screens. If somebody lying to me, like to me, I'm a little bit more worried. At least he was up front and in your face with it. Like, I don't care. And they say I'm a racist. Come on, man.
He definitely let you know who he was. That's for sure. He definitely did not hide who he was.
He did not hide.
I'm telling you, my office. Oh, everybody.
Why do you think
saw exactly who they were?
And Kodak.
Money.
Huh?
Money. All money green. Just saying.
That's very true.
That was his backup plan. He felt like he knew he was gonna be out, so he could win us over. If he do something positive for the black community while he's still in office, when he do it again, we'll remember that. We don't care.
Yeah, he needs to know though. Black folks, we hold grudges. We ain't. I'm just saying. But enough of him. Unless y'all have anything else to say about Mr. Cheeto, President Cheeto. Okay.
Don't do that, because I like Cheetos.
I know. I was just eating some cheese puffs earlier. Now I'm picturing his face on it.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it with him. Don't ruin
my cheese puffs. Dang it, man.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
all right, y'all. I just want to leave this on a fun note. If you didn't get a phone call today, if you didn't get a hug or kiss, roses are red, violets are blue. If he's busy on Valentine's Day, the side chick is you, ma'am. So this is my theory. I'm gonna jump in this. This is what I think. I think the side chicks, y'all know how the day after Valentine's Day when all the stuff go on sale and it's like 70% off or even more, buy one get one free, candies and chocolates. I think that's when the side chicks, that's when they get their Valentine's Day. The day after they get the discount goodies.
You know, I'm not. Well, I can't say I'm not the side. I'm not the side to another woman. I'm the side to his damn job. But I'm not mad at the discount candy. I think that comes from. I'm not. I mean, like it's the same candy. It's a day old, not even a whole 24 hours older, and it's 50% off. Why go spend $35 on a box of chocolate? I'm only going to eat 5 or 6 out of it when you can get that same box for $10. I'm not that don't bother me. As long because like all year we're doing stuff all the time. So it's not bothering me that he's not just going overboard that one time. Now, let me clarify. I said I'm the side chick to his job. He owns a business and he works another job when the seasons change. So yeah, um we had a little bit of miscommunication this year because I did not expect him to be working tonight because it's a Sunday, but it didn't even dawn on me. He works Sunday night through Thursday night. So but yeah. So I did and I told him I was the side piece, which kind of aggravated him a little bit because he was like, no, you're not. But anyway.
But should the side pieces get any kind of recognition for Valentine's Day?
I'm like, is this an actual discussion? Are we really discussing what the side pieces get? Like,
I've never been a side piece. I don't know.
Now, okay. I've had them and I've received gifts from them. And I've said, stuff like I've sent out a text, Happy Valentine's Day. The one in particular, like, I guess I was his side piece too because he had the main, but I was in my 20s. So it wasn't like this is something that I've done recently. This has been decades ago. But I just feel like now, you on the side.
I mean,
I'm not. I mean, and then you have what I don't understand, not even just side piece, but like those poly relationships. Who is the main? Who you spend the 14th with, and who you spend the 15th with, or do y'all all just go to Chili's together?
You do it as a group or a unit, right?
Everybody would celebrate that day on. Okay, so I'm a little different because we didn't do anything special today. Like we just chilled. The kids went out and played in the dang snow, and I mean,
Rue, I just thought about you texted me.
Yeah. So yeah,
and I found it. Dang it!
Today you find it.
No, I found it like a week ago, and I forgot about it. Dang!
Okay, so y'all, I said I was gonna try to maybe do something nice for Valentine's Day, but it didn't work out like that. It's just another day. But I did, break down and get my daughter Maya Angelou's book, Letter to My Daughter.
Oh. Sweet.
I did get her that, and I got her a bracelet, and I got my niece a bracelet, and I got my son, socks, and I got everybody something because that is not in my norm. I don't do anything for Valentine's Day, so they were the side pieces today. All the side pieces got gifts.
You a mess. My kids, I normally do like a phone or a phone upgrade, but this year I didn't do one. I was like, y'all done got on my nerves. Y'all gonna get some candy and balloons. Leave me alone. Yeah. And my son, oh my God, he think he everybody daddy. He gonna come in here and tell me yesterday gonna talk about May better not get not one balloon, no flower, nothing better not come to the house. I'm like, how you gonna stop hugging and stuff? And you ask me to take you to CVS to get gifts for your little girlfriend.
So
I normally would get something for my daughter and bonus daughter, but since I'm out of town, I didn't get to do any of that. So I'm gonna just
take him a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna just treat Bae to a Valentine's dinner.
So
that's a dinner.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a better topic right there. So if your kids have significant others and they're not of age Like where they have a job or even if they do have a job, do you break the bread to help them get a gift for their person? Is that what you're teaching the children? Like,
Well,
that's
No.
for my son, I'm not gonna lie to you. Was it last year or year before? One of them. I picked up the girlfriend, gave him like $25, like before she got in the car. Took them to the restaurant and let him take her to a little Valentine gift. And he knew when he had his own money that he, I was just trying to get him to be thoughtful, for her, because that was kind of that day was a big deal to her. So I let him do that. Now my son, because child, my kid's kind of ditzy. Now he thought that because the ticket did not come in the little book at the restaurant, the ticket book, it was just the paper. He thought that I from the back of the restaurant paid for it. So apparently them folks was looking for us because he left without paying. Because I said, "Where's my change?" After she got out of the car, and he was like, he gave me the whole amount I gave to him. I was like, "Wait a minute. So how did you pay?" He's like, "I figured you already paid because it didn't come in the little book like it normally do. So I figured they was giving me your receipt." I said, "Child, we had to go back to their restaurant and pay them folks off so they wouldn't be looking at us, looking for us, because that's my favorite restaurant." So, child. But so yeah, I did. Now my daughter, no, I'm not giving her anything to buy anyone anything. They usually come home with little teddy bears, or you know how they are when they go to school. And I think it's cute.
My
yeah.
son normally keeps money, like portion of his allowance. But I mean, he's only 15, so I'm like, you can spend $6, $7. You can get a little dollar teddy bear, a little thing of candy. I mean, it's puppy love. I don't want you doing anything too serious. And then also, with him being in a special needs class, there's not that many girls in his class, and every year they try to throw a party. My son will not take Valentine's to school for the boys. He just won't do it. When he was younger and they had to put the names on there and pass them out to the whole, he wouldn't take them. I would always find them hidden somewhere, and they'd be like, "AJ, just don't put a name on them. Just take them and pass them out." They're giving. He was like, "No." One of his uncles told him that Valentine's meant love, and he's like, "I'm not." So he'll buy, and then he'll get the little single roses with a piece of candy for his sister. So we get that every year. I mean, he's very thoughtful to be 15 and special needs, but yeah,
And he
he's
may
not
not
taking
want he
them.
may not want to single out one of the girls because one of the other ones may decide to
Oh,
put
sweet.
out,
No,
but
her
he
name is
got to give it
Erin.
to all of
No, her name is Erin. Her name is Erin. And I already know what my daughter-in-law is gonna look like. Her name is Erin.
them.
Very sweet young lady. Another little girl in the class, her name was Torsia. Torsia liked him, but Torsia was very skinny and had short hair. And he politely said she's very pretty. He said, but I like long hair and big booties.
He
I
already know. He
understand.
already know what he wants.
And look, I not to be telling all his business, but every once in a while I have to go on and like clear my what is that, the DVD DVR thing? Because on the nights that he up by himself, you already know what he watching. I'm tired of seeing long hair and big booties when I'm trying to scroll and you do the little preview pop. No, boy, I don't want no. Watch that on your phone and get off my TV with that. So yeah, I already know what she's gonna look like.
Oh my
A
So
lot of booty.
I think I
long
go
hair and big booty. If she ain't got a big booty, she gotta have big thighs. He likes a big bottom half.
He just want
I
them
think
thick.
I think I helped my son like one time. It's really the only time he ever came to me acting like he wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day, but I think he was about 10 at the time, and he had a crush on this little girl, but he noticed that all the boys were already telling her what they were getting her for Valentine's Day. And so he came home and he was like, "Mom, I want to get this girl Valentine's, but she already has Valentine's." I said, "Oh, she already has Valentine's? Well, we're gonna one up them." So he went, I got him, I went and I was like, "What do you want to wear? What do you want to do?" He's like, "Well, I want an earring." And I'm like, "An earring? All right, fine. I'll go get your ears pierced, but one side. We get one piercing, and then we'll go get you a suit." So he went and got a suit. He went and got new shoes.
Oh,
Oh
He went and got a big, like the oversized big card, the one that was like his size. I went
yeah.
and got that and a big teddy bear and some flowers. And I said, "Now go take. She's not gonna be your Valentine, and honey, that's not the girl for you, because you
I
didn't did
know, right?
for her." So hopefully he learned his lesson. She accepted it, and she was his Valentine for the rest of the day. So she was smart. So, and that was like the one time that I actually like helped my kid like celebrate Valentine's Day and be thoughtful and uh be cordial and compassionate and empathetic and all that lovey-dovey crap. So,
Rue,
The
what
one
did
thing
your
I
husband
didn't,
give
the
you?
one thing I didn't do though that I wish I would have, huh? The one thing
hey,
I didn't do though that I wish I would have done was I never encouraged my daughters to buy like their friends Valentine's gifts. I wish I would have done that because they're older now, right? So now my daughter has her own money, so it don't matter. But back in the day, it was always a girls' holiday. You know what I'm saying? And we never really emphasized, getting something for the guy as well. So I wish I would have done that, but other than that, I kind of I always made it more of a bigger deal out of my son being a gentleman and thoughtful and considerate and all that other stuff. But I don't
What
know.
did you give your boyfriend, Devin?
I did not buy him anything. I asked him, did he want me to treat him to his steak dinner, and that thing is starting at $75 a person. So, hey,
oh, I did get him some headphones. I got him some headphones that he can go in the pool with, like when he want to go swimming. He can go jump in the pool with the headphones. He been bugging me about about some headphones for like 3-4 weeks, actually since his birthday. And I was like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. And then I was like, you know what? I didn't get it today.
every
So
every year I bought him like a Valentine's gift, and I've struck out. He's way too hard to buy for, so I don't do it anymore. But I know he likes food. Cause last year I was so corny. I bought because he was on a keto diet. Keto you eat a whole lot of meats and things like that. So I bought a dozen roses made out of literally meat, like beef jerky type thing, and it was really cute.
Oh,
A pretty vase and all of that, and it was really cute. I ordered it off of something that came up on Facebook, y'all, or whatever. But it was roses and different things like that for men for Valentine's Day. And I bought it, and he was like, "Oh, this is so sweet," but he never ate that crap. And then the year before, I did something else that was cheesy, like some underwear or something with hearts, the little cheesy kind of gifts. And he never used them because he's that person that wear the same socks, same drawers, same. You got to throw it away for him to stop wearing it. And so I was like, I'm not going to spend no more money on all this stuff. So I was like, I know you like food. Let me make a reservation and get you your Valentine's steak dinner at this hotel we're staying at. So I decided to go that route because I felt like it would be more appreciated. I mean, they act appreciative, but it's not really appreciated if it don't get touched. So, so that's what I decided to do with that.
okay, I got one though. He may not have done like he actually was like
wait, time out, Shantae. She said she thought you got the made out of you.
meat,
what?
not meat. That would be cute though, but no meat.
Oh, I get it. But yeah, nah, he did do what I asked him to do today. I took down a desk and I was like, "You go put it out on the corner. I know it's cold." So he went out in the snow and actually put some out on the corner on the curb for me.
Child, that's the best gift ever because
I know, right? I didn't have to go outside.
it's super cold out there. He went through some stuff.
He went through the snow and put the stuff on the curb so the trash man can come get it tomorrow. So it's like I did see this thing on Facebook and it was talking about you know, how people rely on the flowers and the expressions of, the gift giving as an expression of love. But I kind of related to it in a way because it is true. Like we get caught up on material things, and then especially when you're married, you forget that this guy is actually like taking steps to the curb for you, or pushing your grocery basket, and doing little things for you that you don't really, you think that that's not their love language. That's how they show you love, by just their actions, doing the little things that maybe you not necessarily want. Like he don't cook, but he bring you coffee in the morning. Like that's love, because he ain't got.
See, y'all live with yours. We don't live together. So I said, y'all live with yours. I don't live with mine. So I have to listen to conversation, and hear the things he needs. Like my gift was not romantic at all. He has several contracts with the state where he does yard work and, trimming and all that kind of stuff. And one day I asked him, I said, so what happens if you have a heart attack or something? He was like, oh, I don't know. Because he's usually on an assignment by himself. So I got him he loves Harley. So I got him a Harley kit and I made this big, huge first aid kit. And then I got an AED and I put Harley stuff all over. So that's his box. Oh, and he likes Dallas Cowboys. So he has
I
a
actually think that's
jersey
a
and a
really
little
cool
bitty bear.
gift. I think you
That's
need more credit than you think you do. That's actually a really nice,
yeah,
So I mean,
thoughtful,
that's
important gift. That's a big deal.
yeah.
yeah.
That was
That's
a
really
nice gift.
it's like stuff like that. But people want to think you know, these, especially the younger generation, they go out there and they want to buy cards and buy candy and buy like buy. And it's like, dude, when you get in a relationship with someone, like a serious relationship, none of that stuff matters. It's not that stuff that matters. It's the doing, the helping, being a partner part. Be a partner,
Mhm.
be a helper, you know, and do things that you know is not gonna hurt them. Like, you're going out of your way to be compassionate or empathizing with them.
I totally agree. Well, ladies, we've reached the end of the night. Let's get into some final thoughts to kind of wrap it up. Any final thoughts before we head out?
I'll just pretty much reiterate. I'm gonna reiterate. Teach your child their history and don't harp on the slavery part. Actually tell them that they came from something bigger. Like, your ancestors did more than be a slave or, get into a service related industry. Even if they were a blacksmith, like my ancestors were blacksmiths and military veterans. So even if they were blacksmiths, blacksmiths were pillars of the community. They held meetings and that they talked and they knew pretty much everything that was going on, and they were the pillars. Like, they made sure that they kept the community connected. So tell them, elaborate on that part. Talk about, you know, things that would uplift them and not keep them in a stagnant and a stagnant state. And um yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and spread the love. It's okay to be vulnerable, and I'm talking to the men too. It is okay to be vulnerable, and
I was just
actually
gonna say that you need a mirror right there when you say that. Right here.
me
Yeah.
vulnerable in a different way. My love language is different. I go through like I'm more action. So I may not be able to say things, but I can definitely act on it. Um, but yeah, it's okay to be vulnerable. I have my hard times doing that, but yeah, it's okay. Just know that.
All right. Christian.
My final thought, put more value in what you're gonna leave, your legacy and the person that you are right now. Stop worrying about your hair and your makeup. Um, spend more time with your kids. Just like I don't know. I keep going back to how we were brought up. Some of us, if you're not pretty, you're not it. I didn't always think I was pretty, but I always knew I was smart. So I just put value in other stuff besides looks because looks fade.
I agree. And I believe that moving forward, we should always make sure we tell our significant others or partners how much we appreciate them for the little things that they do. Yes, Valentine's Day and things like that are important for those who want to celebrate that holiday and think that it's important to them. But just make sure that we appreciate them like all the time for the things that they do, and then then they also are more likely to be more considerate of you when it comes around to those holidays like Valentine's Days and Christmas and all that. And side pieces, you don't count. You don't matter. Just go hug your pillow until the 15th, and maybe you'll get some discount candy, but I hope not.
No, because I'm gonna go buy it for myself.
I think you should get a box of candy that's been half eaten, that the wife didn't want. Like whatever was left over in the box, that's for the side piece. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, we would like it and love it if you would like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell whenever we go live so you can be in at the party. And until next time, y'all, be blessed. Bye.